What's going on, everybody? We are back with another episode. So the moment you've been waiting for has arrived. The new driver is here. So here is part 4 of my experience of the tour experience. Let's go. Alright guys, so as you've seen through my journey of trying to get under par, there's been a bit of a driver controversy in the bag. So initially I was fitted for a Sim 8-degree head with a F1 Motori X shaft. And now, let me preface this by saying that during the fitting, you know, as you said, the driver was the one part of the fitting that I was the least pumped about because honestly I was just really struggling to hit it. But at the time, we were able to kind of dial something in at the end. So, you know, I was hopeful that we were going to walk away with some progress and then kind of move forward. Now, granted, I was fitted on March 19th. I didn't receive the driver until I think first or second week of June because of with COVID and all the delays. And then I didn't know if we were going to golf again. So there was a delay in me, you know, activating my purchase. And in that time, I had changed my body, been playing a ton of golf. I already played like a crazy amount of rounds before my driver even arrived. So there had been a lot that had happened to my game. And it kind of worked with every other club in my bag, but for some reason, the driver I was fitted for, it didn't work. And so I needed to bring it back. And we needed to kind of figure out what was going on because honestly, it was killing my confidence off the tee. It got to a point where I was afraid to hit tee shots because the misses were just so bad. So here's what happened. I brought it back into Ian, and Ian was awesome with all this. Service was top notch. So I'm going to preface this by, I understand it may appear that there was, more issues, but honestly, I think a lot of this was just, there was so much development in my game that there was so much change in such a short period of time that I don't think I was the best person to fit. And I don't think I provided necessarily the best baseline of a normal golfer because again, with what I'm trying to achieve right now and with what I'm trying to do, the rate of change is so drastic that it's a lot. I messaged Ian that the driver wasn't working. He got me in, we put it up on the quad, and basically what it had kind of boiled down to was I just wasn't generating enough spin with that driver. And if I didn't literally hit it absolutely perfect, it was just the most unstable ball flight. And then to top it all off, because it was 8 degrees, if I literally turned my hands at all, if I had any sort of bow in my wrist, it would deliver the face at such, the dynamic loft would be so low that's why I was getting this terrible low miss that was like a top. And that's why I was saying to you guys, guys, I'm topping my driver, what? And it's because the margin for error was so small on this driver that if I literally didn't swing it perfect, I wasn't going anywhere. And that was the tough thing because when I was able to hit it, oh my God, could I hit this thing so far? I had a couple that were just absolutely ridiculous. Like I said in one of my tournament recaps, I hit like a 350 yarder in tournament. So when it worked, but there was just zero margin for error, and that's what was killing me because there'd be so many times where I'd hit a couple awesome drives during the round, and then it would just absolutely kill me for 2 holes, and then I'd get a double or I'd have to scramble to get par, and it was just turbo screwing my score. So we go back in, we address the problem. Now we try out a bunch of different options. One is we just try and see if we can make the existing driver work. That doesn't work. Then we try the Ping G410, we try the Mizuno, and we tried the Sim Max. So what we end up with is a nice Sim Max, 10.5 degree head, turned down 1 degree to 9.5 with a Tensei orange shaft. This is money. This is exactly what I needed. And I know I was really pumped about the initial driver, and I don't want you guys to think that, I wasn't being honest when I first got my initial driver. It was great for that initial period. And because I was adjusting, when I was getting some of these misses, I just took it as, okay, I'm adjusting to a new driver. I've never had new clubs before. So I was like, oh, there's going to be an adjustment period. It was when it was like 2-3 weeks in, and now I'm really struggling because I'm either bombing it or I'm topping it 100 yards. It was just this weird mind crunch to try and understand what was going on. So that's why I needed to bring it in. So I don't want you to think that I wasn't honest about my initial happiness with the driver. There were days when I was absolutely smashing it. It just wasn't consistent, and there was no way I was going to be able to take that from day to day and be able to compete. And I actually had to pull out of a couple tournaments because of it, because I was so nervous off the tee because I couldn't hit shots. So at least now I can hit my shots again. I actually just swung this before I did this video because I needed this to work. I needed this combination to work, because I'm gonna be honest, guys, driving is one of the strong parts of my game. And so when I lost that, a ton of my confidence got absolutely wrecked. Because that's, I've never been the best at approach. I've never been the best at putting, but I can always count on the fact that, like, when I'm feeling it, I can bomb it out there just as far as anyone else. And I have no issue with distance. When I lost that skill, when I lost that thing that was able to keep me competitive, it really messed with me. So anyway, here's some clips of me hitting it. Check it out. So that was just like, I didn't hit a single bad drive in that range session. Those were just a couple select ones. I didn't top one. I didn't hit one wrong. Guys, I feel so much better. You have no idea. That was stressing me out a ton. Because, it's not cheap to get fit. It's not cheap to buy new clubs. And I think this is a big fear that everyone has with getting fit for clubs is, okay, if I get fit for clubs, am I going to get stuck? And this is where I got to give credit to Ian, and I got to give credit to what he's built at TXG. Like, they did not make me feel like I was screwed. He was definitely down to see what the problem was, and they totally replaced the driver, and I am not screwed by any means. And at no point did they kind of disregard any of my claims. They were willing to see what's wrong, and they addressed it full on, no issues. And so I'm super thankful for that, because obviously this is a big investment. And I know for any of you out there looking to get custom fit, this is not small pennies. This is not small peanuts for any of us. And you want to be able to get fit, take the clubs to the course, and then not have to worry. And I'm glad to hopefully close this chapter, because it's been a lot of worry and a lot of mental fatigue, just not having this part of my game work, especially when I'm playing so much golf and so many rounds and trying to grind really hard to hit this goal. So we couldn't just hit it on the range. We had to take it to the course. Guys, I'm 16 holes in with this driver, and this is the best feeling. This is what I envisioned when I got my clubs. Like, I have not hit a single bad drive today. My first drive was a 350-yard bomb on hole number 1. I have, driven it in places here. I'm playing at Wind Dance. I have hit it in places I've never hit it. I feel that creativity back. I have just that... The connection with the club is really good, and it just seems to be working really well. Guys, I can't explain. Here are a couple drives. Just watch.
Yep. Yeah, it's right down the middle. Yeah, that looks good.
Looks great.
All right, just finished up the round. Arcos told me I have a +7 handicap with the driver. Yeah, +7. I've never had a +7. So yeah, guys, safe to say 1 round in, I am super pumped, and just shot 3 over. So I can only imagine now, as I get more dialed in, and now I can take advantage of my length, what the options are. What are the possibilities? Like, how much quicker now can I reach my goal now that I can truly trust my shot off the tee? Absolute game changer. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It's a big help. If you're not following me already on Instagram, follow me at Gabe Gallucci Golf. I post daily content, and I'm always keeping everyone up to date on what's happening with the journey. So yeah, catch you in the next one. Peace.